the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Okay, here we go.
Where the plays get broken down and science gets denied.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Hour 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Raising Cane studio.
In OTB live here from the 2026 Panini Senior Bowl. And of course, we are in the Mobile Convention Center. And our trip is brought to you by First American Bank and Trust. FABT.com is the website there. Also, don't forget about our friends over at GoFlow, GoFlowIV.com, GoFlow IV Spa. If you're feeling a little under the weather, which I'm sure, like as soon as this weather hit, you started the old sniffle season back up, go ahead and go see our friends over at GoFlow. Or if you want to stay in front of it, Matthew, you can go ahead and go get an IV to stay preventative.
Yeah, it's called being proactive.
That's what
if you want to be proactive about your health.
Not the acne treatment. We're talking about being proactive about your health.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, you got it. You nailed it. Be proactive. Stay boost that immune system before you get the sniffles. Boost that hydration before you maybe have a couple cocktails. Whatever it is, go check them out. Straight to the veins. IV therapy. GoFlow IV.
All right, some LSU football news, and I feel like we're talking about this all the time because he is a wanted man, but Charlie Weiss Jr. did speak to the Philadelphia Eagles about their vacant OC role, and he decided to stay with the LSU Tigers.
Stiff-armed.
Again, this is somebody that NFL teams, college teams are trying to come after, want his services, and he turns down another opportunity so he can stay with the LSU Tigers. And so I would assume, Matthew, this is going to be the last one of these. And like LSU fans can maybe take a deep breath and almost maybe kind of sort of, get excited for Charlie Weiss Jr. to be the offensive coordinator.
It feels like a lot of these coaches right now get interviewed have a really good PR team around them. Because I feel like we're hearing more about candidates turning down jobs, maybe not turning down, just taking their name out of contention instead of just like their PR team saying, no, he wasn't hired. They're just like, have you ever been through a cycle like this where like, well, he took his name out of the hat?
No, it's happening all over the place.
Yeah, and they're very upfront with it because I don't know if they're like trying to like whatever the image is, if they don't feel like they have a good shot at it or whatever, but. It just feels like that a lot of guys are taking their name out of contention for a lot of these jobs. I mean, you saw it with Mike McDaniel up at, Cleveland and then Buffalo to go take the offensive coordinator job.
Well, he wanted to be a Bush League Bull. I get it.
Phillip Rivers.
Yeah. That one.
Coaching high school right around the bay.
Yeah.
Right across the bay from here.
Yeah. Literally at the foot of this bay is where he's coaching. And that one always felt like he was going to coach his son his senior year no matter what. But I don't know how the interview went.
Yeah, right. The Charlie Weiss move, his name is thrown out there certainly with a lot of the NFL ranks, and I guess rightfully so. Their offense has been really good. He's been a successful play caller. But it does always surprise me sometimes, especially this day and age when coordinators in college, offensive coordinators in college, get kind of the interest from the NFL, because the NFL game and the college game is so different, especially from an offensive philosophy standpoint, the operational standpoint of how you run your offense. We've talked about it a lot, of how most successful NFL offenses don't represent or look like most of the successful college offenses. They're more under center. They're more professional, like pro-style offense. They have fullbacks. They have multiple tight end sets. Yeah. They use their mouth to call snap counts when they're in the shotgun. So it is kind of surprising to me that Charlie did get this interest, not from the fact that like he's not a great offensive coordinator and play caller, just from the sheer fact that it's surprising that any college coach coordinator does get his name thrown in there with these pro jobs, because the game is so much different.
It is different. It's closer than it's ever been before, but it still is different because there's spread things
maybe
that
from
happen.
Like a skill set. No, I would say it's further apart than it has been before.
Oh, I don't think so. I think when you look at like how many teams in the NFL live in 11 personnel compared to like what it used to be. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, there's less.
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of teams running 12 personnel for sure, but I feel like the spread principles have found their way to the NFL more than they ever have, as far as like some of the college stuff. It's not maybe the lead stuff, but think about it, okay? Think about if when we were coming out for the NFL and there would have been all these spread principles, like that wouldn't have been
But
the case.
you talked about it
anywhere.
last year here at the Senior Bowl. The quarterbacks couldn't take a snap under the center.
Yeah, those are things that you have to do, but you certainly have more. I think 11 spread personnel than you ever have, but it's still not going to be the lead thing.
How many times did Trinidad Chambliss go under center last year?
Probably not
0.
once. Yeah.
Like, to me, the offensive coordinator for an offense that didn't go under center once is not getting an NFL job.
I'm trying to think of
Now,
like
that's
the example.
that's looking at a very very shallow level,
yeah,
I guess.
I'm thinking
from
of
like
like
a
a
1,000-foot
Cliff
view.
Kingsbury was able to go to the NFL, and like it wasn't always
But
successful.
his immediate jump to the NFL was not successful.
Right.
Now, once he learned and was able to probably adapt
Yeah.
a little bit more to what he did, then he became successful, certainly.
Yeah, the under the center stuff, that is different because it's not just receiving, but it's like your drops change, the timing change when you
Oh, my God, yeah.
how you read it
Yeah.
changes.
Yeah, you would certainly have to have like a one of those kind of quarterback coaches, passing game coordinators with you as well. Now, what can't be taken away is certainly calling plays in a game is a skill set. Like, you got it or you don't. Like, you got to know how to push and pull.
It's kinda like stunting. It's a habit.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
It's kind of like playing running back. Like, you got vision or you don't.
Right,
Like, you
I
can
agree.
teach different things, what to look for. But like at the end of the day, you got to have vision as a running back, and it's the same way with the play caller. And obviously, Charlie Weiss has that. He's really good at it. And so, like, there's that skill set, but making the immediate jump, going from that type of offense in college to offensive coordinator, it's not surprising to me that he would stick around. Stiff arm him.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, though, like even there's a Bears coach turned it down. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the list. Bears coach turned it down yesterday as well. Like even like the interview, I think with the Philadelphia Eagles. Like,
That's what gets me thinking. Is this just a trend by agents right now?
Yeah.
Like, if they don't think they can actually get the job, we're turning it down. We're turning it down. We're turning it down. Because I've never heard like all these people turning down
taking their name out of
contention or whatever.
I don't know, but I saw it was 3 names. I was trying to think of the other name. I know it was a Bears coach, and it was obviously Charlie Weiss Jr. But, again, at the end of the day, for us here on this LSU-heavy show, it is a good deal. And Hunt Palmer does have a write-up on LouisianaSports.net that you can check out. But good thing for LSU, your offensive coordinator is in high demand. You pair him with Lane Kiffin. They've had a lot of success since 2022. And now you can move forward, start implementing everything that you want to do because, well, the team is there. Like, school started. We talked about that yesterday. Even when you miss the deadline, depending on who you know.
It doesn't matter. There's alignment.
You can get into school. So
It's just different.
they're implementing this offense right now. Like, they're currently talking terminology. They're
Right now?
currently let's see. Yep,
8:09.
8:09. Yep,
Yeah.
I bet they are.
They're working.
Probably working out in the morning, and then whatever meeting time. I don't. What the hell are the rules anymore? Nobody knows. But
Nobody
you can start
knows.
to install some of that, and so yeah, it is important to know that that is going to be your guy, and that's going to be the voice that leads your offense. So
I remember having to like go do on-field training, and like you have to carry like a water bottle or something, and act like that was the football because you couldn't have a football out if you were out there. And we'd go to our 7-on-7s in the summer, and Jimbo would be on the little catwalk up there because he couldn't coach.
do you remember?
Just screaming at us from
Do
the
you
catwalk.
remember the time that we scrimmaged Southern in 7-on-7
Yes.
and Jamarcus set it up, and Jimbo, who's not supposed to be out there, got so mad.
Oh,
It was
my
good. It was
God.
fine. Like nothing happened. Like we're out there. Like we just wanted to go against somebody else. And Jimbo, I can't even. I'm trying to do a Jimbo without cussing, and it's really hard.
Hey, look at
God
this.
blank Jamarcus.
Yep,
What
I
are you
remember that.
doing?
They said we are not allowed to do that anymore. Hey, look
like,
at
Coach,
this.
you're not even supposed
We're right
to
across the
be-
street from a hotel. I think there's somebody doing an Instagram photo shoot. one of the rooms up there.
Oh, they are. Look, they're doing selfie mode too. Oh, look at the pose. Hit the poses.
Actually, is that an
Boom.
Instagram photo shoot or OF?
What? How?
Oh my God!
Listen,
no, this is embarrassing.
Listen, how in the world did your pea-sized brain that couldn't even finish a question yesterday spot this person on the, let's see, Alondra, what would you say, the 23rd floor?
floor. That's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Y'all
God.
can't see it, so y'all are probably like, this is terrible. There was a person up there. You could see the flashes of the camera, and they were
It was a female.
boom, every pose, like sharp pose, pose.
I don't know what was happening.
How did you see that?
There was a lot of skin showing. I just don't. That's all I know.
Oh my gosh.
Holy cow! Wow, embarrassing. for
Well,
that
you're
person.
done for the rest of the day. Use all your brain power.
So are you saying you're shocked that as you were talking to me, I saw something?
That's true. I don't even know what we were talking about now. Oh, yeah. We were talking about scrimmage and Jimbo.
Yes.
The guy's not supposed to be out there. And he's out there yelling curse words from the balcony. The first time I ever remember doing 7-on-7 in the stadium, which, again, rules have changed so much. You couldn't have a coach out there. Think about how dumb that is, NCAA. During the summertime, you're trying to get better as a team. You're trying to have a 7-on-7. You couldn't even have a GA out there. It was literally players leading the thing, and if the player led you astray, like you were screwed, kind of. So luckily I had Joe Adai to help me out because some of the my man Alley Cat, JV, and Sharon didn't help me out. Joseph Adai helped me out, tell me what route I had to run. But Jamarcus would make a bad throw, or Marcus Randall. And all of a sudden, you'd hear Jimbo's sweet nothing go all through Tiger Stadium because it was empty. It's like, oh, I thought.
Oh, yeah.
Where is he?
He wasn't coaching, though.
Yeah,
he was just watching.
I know he can't hide that big old head of his.
Oh,
Where's he
yeah.
at?
No, he definitely wouldn't make 7-on-7 scripts and put them in our locker and then sit on the catwalk and follow the script and yell at us. He wasn't on the field, though.
Nope.
Smart. That's why they built that catwalk.
But for you, LSU fans, don't worry because they changed the rules, and you now can go out there and you can go through some of your plays. You can have mini practices. All right, we will take a break here. We'll see what Flynn can find out, his investigative reporting on what he just saw up there on the 28th floor. More OTB when we come back here live from the Mobile Convention Center. Of course, our coverage brought to you by First American Bank and Trust.
Off the bench. Off the bench.
All right, go to trashrangers.com. Trashrangers.com is the website, of course, residential commercial pickup. But listen, the sanitation department, right? Something they started a couple of months ago. If you need a portable toilet for your Mardi Gras parade, right? You're on the parade route. I know we've got multiple coming up here. Spanish Town's going to be in about, let's see, a little over 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks. And so go ahead, reserve that portable toilet, have it in your yard. You don't want everybody in your house.
No
right?
way.
You got this nice, incredible, flashy red portable toilet they can use. It's going to be clean. It's going to be efficient. So go check it out, trashrangers.com.
That's right, Trash Rangers, trashrangers.com, the most reliable trash and waste pickup service in Louisiana. We all starting to see more and more every single day, those big red dumpsters flying around Baton Rouge. So if you have something, if you got a project, or maybe you just want reliable service, whether it's commercially, residentially, it does not matter. Give them a call. Tell them about your project. Just tell them how much trash you're making, how much waste you're making, what you need picked up, and they can help size something perfectly for you. TrashRangers.com.
Welcome back to Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn. Live from the 2026 Panini Senior Bowl in Mobile. Presented by First American Bank and Trust.
So turn around and I'll pick up the slack.
Abrupt ending here. I don't know if y'all get to appreciate that JT extended. It ends pretty abrupt for us here, but it's okay. We got Flynn on the scene. He's going to spot out anything going on.
Yeah, don't you worry. You got me on the case, people. I'm out here. Can't get away with nothing.
Good gosh, that was just not expected.
Good morning.
And on the 28th floor.
What are we doing?
The fact that you found it.
You know, hey, lady, those windows work both ways.
Oh, I got to have the Mobile Bay in the background.
Gotta have these.
Okay. Let me remind you, if you're looking for an industrial construction partner you can trust in Baton Rouge, look no further than Pala. Pala specializes in industrial construction and development, bringing experience, precision, and accountability to every project they take on. From planning to execution, they focus on safety, efficiency, and getting the job done right the first time. So whether it's a large-scale industrial build or a complex construction project, Pala has the expertise to deliver. You can learn more at palagroup.com. That is P-A-L-A group.com. That is Pala, building with purpose right here in Baton Rouge. What were you about to say, man?
Nothing, dude.
Oh, man, I did not have that on my bingo card ever in Mobile, Alabama, but sure as hell didn't have it at 8:15 in the morning.
My God. What are we doing around here? Clean it up, Mobile.
What are we doing? I think she thought, like, I'm on the 28th floor. There's no way anybody can see up here.
Sure, no. There's definitely not a local radio station from Baton Rouge.
Regional.
With a looking out the window.
Regional radio station.
With a diagnosed squirrel seer on the case. Oh, Lord.
Talking about 7-on-7 against Southern.
Yep. Yeah.
Which Richard Dick Dixon did text in and say, well, there was a kid who had his head split open during the Southern versus LSU 7-on-7, so that's probably why they got mad.
Yeah, no, it was a one-time deal.
Our bad.
They did not let us do that again. Southern came over there. They played pretty hard.
Yeah.
They had something to prove.
Just like everybody here this week.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Great transition.
All right. Give me the Matt Flynn, how he's going to take in practice. Are we going to have the notebook out? Are we taking notes? Are we going in with a list of players in our head? Are we going to move around? Are we going to make sure we're at because 101 receiver DB routes go on at the same time as the
I actually don't know. I don't even know what the setup is going to be. It was my understanding that you just kind of like got to sit in the stands and watch.
I don't have y'all's credentials, so I don't know. I know
we don't either.
That's true. That's fair to say.
I don't know how they let us in here.
Hopefully Molly hooked y'all's up. I know I can go on the field with this one, but hopefully we'll all be able to go on the field.
Yep. If we do have that, I will move around a little bit. I don't want to just be sitting in cold temperatures. So I'll be moving around a little bit. I'll certainly be watching. I'll probably, for the first day, take the notebook just because, I mean, we all know me with names.
Yeah.
People from around the country. I'm not going to be able to see somebody's face and be like, oh, yeah, there's that one. Going to go check him out. So I know. So we have two practices today, so we do have an opportunity right after practice to go on the field and get a couple of sound bites, get a couple of interviews, pull some kids away. So I'll be interested to see how that all works out. That would certainly be my first time in that situation of having to go like flag down somebody and ask them a question. So we'll see. I'm just, like I said, I'm excited for I'm excited for the whole practice just to see it in action, to see the best on the best. But I'm going to bring the notebook for the first day. See if I use it.
I'm going to assume that Alondra is going to be the one that does the tracking down of players and gets them to do the interview. I can't see you hey-mistering somebody.
Yeah, I'm not a hey-mister guy. But you are. When you started doing it, it couldn't have been in your comfort zone.
Actually, you want to know my cheat code?
What?
My first time doing it was 2019 LSU.
Oh.
So I got very lucky. The first time I had to do it, it was like all the guys that I'd known. So, and I had Clemson that year too, so I had to do them. But first up was LSU, so like any nerve that I had about doing it, it just all went away because it was like my guys.
Yeah.
So I got lucky.
Yeah, that's easy. That's a good icebreaker.
Now my move, so we have the microphone, and I'm like, all right, these kids aren't going to know who the hell I am.
Yeah.
But they're going to recognize the SiriusXM logo. And so my move is I always turn the microphone to the Sirius logo, and I'm always like right here, like, hey, will you just real quick, SiriusXM? That's my move.
Yeah.
It usually works.
Okay.
So.
Do we have a microphone?
Do we have a microphone? Or do we just have, like, little bitty.
We have the little wireless ones.
All right. I could have done it if we had like an ESPN.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, battery
Just
just
covered
hold up the
Mhm.
ESPN.
ESPN. Hey, right here.
Okay, sorry. I thought maybe you'd have a microphone. All right.
I'll hey Mr. People though.
Yeah, she's
I don't
got
care.
you.
Sorry.
She's got you. Okay.
I'll recognize coaches. That'll be like I'm not going to recognize the players' faces, right?
No.
I've watched all these.
They have jerseys with names on the back, though.
Yeah.
So
But I will recognize a lot of coaches, certainly. I've recognized a lot of these scouts just walking by. Now, don't ask me their names. I'm a face guy, though. Lock it in.
So how are you gonna say hello if you don't know their name?
Hey, what's up, bud?
Ooh, don't buddy them.
What's up, City Slicker?
What? City Slicker? What? Don't do that either.
Okay.
It might call security over there. What's up, City Slicker? What? Talking about?
Easy money?
Yeah, just go easy money
All right.
with my dad. Yeah.
There
Hey,
you
what
go.
up, easy money?
Uh-huh.
City Slicker. I don't know where you got that from. So we were talking about it. Yesterday they did the measurements, and Diego Pavia was 5'9" and whatever. What'd you say? 5'9", 7'8"? Yes.
Sure.
190 pounds. On Vandy's roster, Diego Pavia was listed at 6 foot 200 pounds. And so it had me thinking, I was going to look it up. Matt Flynn, 2008, Green Bay Packer profile.
Okay.
6'2", 225.
There we go.
Actually, that was the
Hey.
combine, but.
They missed the quarter of an inch, but
Well, this is the official combine, so I don't really know how they missed anything. Like, that's literally the measurement.
that was wrong. They probably weren't doing quarter inches then. Let me ask you this. Well, I mean, so the height, obviously that is it's a pretty low height for a quarterback. And I know that it's not every quarterback in the NFL has to be, the 6'4", 6'5" guy. That used to be like the thing. Like if you had the tall guy, if you had the tall quarterback, that's what it did, the pro style. Like the game has changed a lot, and you don't have to be that.
No.
But certainly that height is something to take in consideration. And I hate to say that because there's plenty of shorter quarterbacks that have been ultra successful in the NFL. But I think even those quarterbacks were like 5'11"-ish, so they got an extra. And what does that make a difference with? It certainly seeing over the offensive lineman, seeing over, and of course you're not going to see over the offense. I used to say that all the time. Like, okay, I'm 6'2" or whatever. That's great and everything, but like the people blocking are like 6'5", 6'6", so I still can't see over them. That's not like seeing over them is not necessarily a thing, but it does make a difference. It makes a huge difference in your vision down on short passes, certainly. Now down the field, it gets a little bit easier. Drew Brees was a master of moving his head around. You used to see him like up on his toes with his chin up, trying to get taller.
Heavy chin up.
But like the short quarter, like a master of working the pocket to see between offensive linemen, and that's how you have to do it as a quarter. You have to find the windows. You have to throw with ultra anticipation. You have to be a master of knowing what the defense is trying to do and present to you and where your guys are going to be, so you can throw with anticipation. You never want to make a blind throw as a quarterback, certainly, but a lot of throws that quarterbacks make is you don't really see every single thing that's happening.
Yeah.
But you have a good understanding of body language that the defender's giving you. You saw if they're running a backside dig route receiver, you saw him come out of the break clean. You know he's moving at a good clip. You know exactly. You might not have the clean vision of him, but you have a clean vision of the window you want to throw it at. And you saw the safety, what he's doing. You saw that he's playing cover 2 and he's backed up and he's not a threat. So there's a lot of that. But, I mean, the red flag has been thrown up certainly by the media right now with that height. And I can only say it's something that scouts are going to have to at least throw into the equation when they're assessing
and also,
him.
and this sounds dumb, but there's a difference between 5'11" and some change and 5'9" and some change.
Yeah.
Like, I know it sounds like it's 2 inches. Yeah, but think about if we're talking about 6'4" and 6'2" or 6'2" and 6 foot. Like, there's a difference.
Yeah.
And, like, you can get away being a, short quarterback, but those are guys that are 5'11".
Yep, for sure.
Not many guys. Like Kyler Murray's kind of the outlier there.
Yeah, he's 5'10".
Yeah.
Kyler Murray.
Yeah. Calamari.
I don't know how calamari. Delicious. I don't know how many eighths though.
Because I don't care. Just give me the number.
I know if they didn't go by eighths, that's the thing. He'd be 5'10".
Yeah, the Google search I did to find out what your height was. People also search on Google when associated with Matt Flynn. Your wife, Lacey, Scott Tolzien,
Okay.
me,
Sure.
and do you want to guess who the fourth one was? So when people Google Matt Flynn, it's your wife, me, Scott Tolzien, and one other human. They come up the most.
I'm going to say either Jamarcus or Aaron Rodgers.
Brett Hundley.
Okay.
Were y'all together in
Nope.
Green Bay?
No, not at all. Not even close.
Former UCLA quarterback.
All right.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
He was
him.
in Green Bay.
Yes.
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 Yep.
No correlation.
We're basically tied together.
I didn't know. I was like, you're all boys? I don't know. That's the four people. Look, and I'm like right there. Look, boom.
There it is.
Shout out to Scott Tolzien.
Tell to Brett Hundley.
Well, he's not here. Scott is. We talked to Scott yesterday. He's going to be the quarterback. Oh, no, the coordinator.
Coordinator.
He's calling plays.
He's calling plays. That's right.
What a benefit.
Oh, we talked about this. Yeah, we talked about the advantage that Nussmeier may have.
Yeah. Hey, Dad.
Yeah. We were talking to him
give me the
yesterday. He was like,
formation?
yeah, Dad, I know you're the coordinator. Like, can you prove it and, like, maybe send me the plays?
Can I get the first install, maybe?
Yeah, just give me
what
day
Scott's
one
gonna give
install.
me?
Like, help your son out here. Can I start learning right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. But maybe that'll be a slight advantage of him learning the playbook a little bit more, because his dad, made it.
Right. Obviously, I am rooting very hard for Garrett Nussmeier to do well here down in Mobile. And you heard Drew Fabianich, who joined us in hour number one. He agreed with us. He thinks he has the most to gain of any player that is here in Mobile this week. There's over 100 players, and he said if Garrett Nussmeier goes out there and does the things that we've seen him do already on a football field, he kind of made it sound like the sky was the limit. Like, there's not going to be a ceiling on how far he can rise up the draft boards.
Yeah. I got a hard time kind of prescribing to what Drew said with he can work himself back up to a first, like people talking about him a first rounder, but he can certainly move up multiple.
What do you think the ceiling is then for Nuss? First 75 picks, first 90?
Like a low second rounder?
I'll say
like a
first 75
ceiling?
picks. That puts you in the middle of the third round.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
As far as it's like if he goes out and does everything the exact right way, balls out, show that he is the guy that threw for 4,000 yards.
Can he get to where Tyler Shutt got drafted, 40th overall?
I don't think so.
No.
Because like Drew said, you can't unsee the good, but you can't unsee.
Right.
Like I think there's going to be a little bit of hesitation there, and
The
I think
bad,
there's
the bad's the last taste in your mouth.
Yeah, and I think that there is, with this draft class being so weak at quarterback, I just don't see a lot of guys going high. Like I see people focusing in on edge rusher, receiver, like in a lot of other positions, and then a run on quarterbacks mid rounds.
Yeah.
Mid to late rounds, yeah.
All right, we will take a break here. We still got much more coming your way. We are boots on the ground live here at the 2026 Panini Senior Bowl. And, of course, our coverage is brought to you by First American Bank and Trust.
Off the bench. Off the bench.
And speaking of
Oh.
First American Bank and Trust, you can go to their website. That is FABT.com. They are a banking tradition since 1910. That's right. If you're doing the math at home, that is well over 100 years. And so when you go to the website, you can see, look, they can do everything for you. Personal banking, business banking, loans, investments, any like online banking. They're going to have all of those options. So you are going to get everything that any big national bank is going to be able to offer you, but you're going to get that down home Baton Rouge customer service. So any issue, anything you might have, and not even an issue, like if you're trying to get a loan, the decision is made in Baton Rouge. It's not made in New York. It's not made in San Francisco. It's not made somewhere in Chicago. It is made right there in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Go to FABT.com.
That's right. Knowing your bank knowing your banker, getting straight answers, working with people who actually care about your success. And locally, that's exactly what you'll find at First American Bank and Trust. No phone trees, no out-of-state decisions, just honest banking built on trust. So if you want to start your first account, refinance at home, whatever your banking need is, go to First American Bank and Trust, FABT.com.
Welcome back to Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn. Live from the 2026 Panini Senior Bowl in Mobile. Presented by First American Bank and Trust.
Gator belts and Patty Melts and Monte Carlos and Eldorado. So I'm waking up out of my slumber, feeling like Rollo. Feeling like Showtime and Apollo. Man, it's the Kiki Shepherd. What about the Key with the leopard? Red about the leopard. Pendergrass, cooler than Freddie Jackson.
All right, welcome back in. It is OTB live here from Mobile, Alabama. Of course, again, our trip brought to you by First American Bank and Trust. I want to remind you about our friends over at Ochsner as well, because if you're looking for a fresh start this spring, Ochsner Eat Fit is bringing back alcohol-free for 40. A simple 40-day reset designed to help you sleep better, boost your energy, and feel your best. This isn't about giving anything up forever. It's about seeing how your body responds when you take a break and let it recharge. When you sign up, you'll get access to pre- and post-challenge metrics like body comps and blood pressure, so you can actually see the changes over 40 days. Participants often report better sleep, clear skin, more focus, and a brighter mood, sometimes in just the first couple of weeks. Registration is now open. Learn more and sign up at alcoholfreefor40.com and hit reset with Ochsner Eat Fit.
Hey, I got a little trivia for you.
Ooh, I like this.
All right. Of all the teams, all the colleges represented here at the Senior Bowl, which school has the most players?
Who has the most players this year?
Who has the most players? Which school has the most players at the Senior Bowl?
All right. Iowa.
Iowa has 5.
Yeah, it feels like a lot.
Yep.
It's not
They
the
do
most.
not have the most.
Oh, wow. There's more than 5.
There's actually 4 teams with 5 representatives from their university: Texas A&M, Texas Tech, Penn State, and Iowa.
Okay. So there's one that has more?
Yep. There is one college that has 6 representatives here.
Oh, man. Give me the conference.
SEC.
Oh, it just means more.
Just means more.
Alabama.
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Yep.
I got it.
Definitely. Everyone was thinking that.
Arkansas,
Taylon
really?
Green, of course, quarterback. Fernando Carmona, offensive lineman. Cameron Ball, defensive tackle. Xavion Sori, linebacker. Mike Washington Jr., running back. And Julian Neal, corner.
So what you're telling me is Sam Pittman underachieved.
I guess so. Yeah, I was kind of looking at the list just because I was looking at I was trying to find the kid from Iowa's name, and who we definitely thought was Bo, by the way.
Yeah, well, we were
there's
taking a guess, and
there's
it
a
was
Bo
like-
Stevens offensive lineman, and there's a Jennings Dunker offensive lineman.
I think we can all agree, though, now that we have kind of done a little bit more research and due diligence, Jennings Dunker makes actually more sense.
Yep.
Like seeing seeing him out.
So he's the top of the list right now of players to watch in the draft. Maybe first overall pick.
Yeah.
Jennings Dunker, offensive lineman. But I was looking at him, and I was like, man, Iowa's got a lot of people here. So I started looking at that, and I was like, good Lord, Arkansas, one of the worst teams in the SEC. You got 6?
Man, again, Sam Pittman, I like you. You're good. I'd love to sit down and
the other 16
have a drink
starters
with you
must have been
and
poo.
Shoot the bull, but
Yeah. Good offensive line coach.
yeah.
Really good. Yeah, but they got some talent, certainly. Hopefully we get to catch up with Taylon Green as well, who came in measurement 6'6" yesterday.
I was going to say, he certainly looks the part.
Yeah, he does.
Jennings Dunker right now, you want to know where he's on ESPN.com?
The big board?
Yeah, where he's at.
1.
For you, he is the 6th rated offensive tackle.
Okay.
and 51st prospect overall.
All right, so we're top. We're
Second rounder.
Second rounder.
He's a second-round guy.
Absolutely. Day
He's
one
gonna
starter.
work his way to a day one guy here.
I want to see him get in a fight this week.
The-
No one's going to pick that fight with him.
Judging by the way that he looks, I think you'll see that.
I don't think anybody's going to accept that challenge.
No.
A unit. Beautiful red mullet.
I do. Again, I do wonder like where the Saints are going to look. And we talked about corner, we talked about edge rusher, we talked about receiver. I mean, the offensive line, you finally got it figured out at tackles. But offensive guard, I mean, how much have we talked about, like, Cesar Ruiz and, like, where he's at? So offensive line certainly could be a place. Offensive guard, I would say. And then you got, like, the center position's odd because, like, Aaron McCoy likes a dude when he's in there, but he's just not in there very often.
Right.
So, like, how much you have to start thinking about trying to find a center where you can count on, or at least a young guy that when, inevitably, McCoy goes down.
I mean, is this a classic when you need so many different positions when you want to get? Is this a classic case of truly best available player? I mean, maybe X out a couple of positions. Certainly, you're not taking quarterbacks. You know, maybe you say, all right, I'm not doing running back in the first or second round. And maybe highlight these positions. You X out a couple positions you don't want to take in the top, but like truly best available. Because you need offensive line, you need edge, you need corner, you need receiver, you need all the things, right? I don't think there's any position outside of quarterback that you're like, man, we need top talent at that spot, or at least one more at that spot. So and you hear it a lot. You hear GMs that are truly best available guys. You hear people that draft on need. Well, when your needs are so much, it's like, well, let's just take the best dude available. Okay, we're drafting. This is our pick in the second round. If the best available guy is an offensive lineman, and you haven't taken an edge rusher yet, or you haven't taken a receiver, like, is it truly like, man, this is the best guy? I think he's better at his position than this other guy is at his position.
I think in the first round, the Saints have to get an offensive weapon, be it receiver.
Just go all into the Tyler Shuck, right?
I would.
Yeah.
I love Jeremiah Love, no pun intended, from Notre Dame, and we've had this conversation before. And Nick Underhill is going to join us at 9 a.m. coming up. But we've had this conversation before. I don't know that running back is where I would go for the Saints, though.
Not early.
Not that early. Is Jeremiah Love going to be a really good pro? I believe so. I think he even makes sense in the top 10. I think if the Chiefs get him at 9, that feels like a big win for them, adding to what they need. They need somebody that they can count on. If I'm the Saints, though, man, if Jordan Tyson from Arizona State's there, and I know it's where Mel Kiper had him as well, it'd be hard for me to pass up a weapon for Tyler Shuck.
Yeah. It's kind of one of those things that you've been looking for it. You've been looking for that quarterback. You got your dude. So build around it. I would go all in, even in free agency, like whatever you can do to go find him weapons in the draft, find him weapons. Make sure you got that. Build around your quarterback offensively. And even if that means your defense, you have to, piecemeal it together and just be a suitable defense. Of course, you don't want a bad defense, but you can always come the next year and try to fix that part of but if you got your quarterback, which is the most important piece, you go find weapons around him. So, I mean, I think you're right, but also building around your quarterback is offensive line. So you got to protect him, then you got to give him weapons as well. So.
Yeah, and Cardell Tate from Ohio State is kind of the other receiver that is in the same conversation of being a top 10 pick. And so no matter how it goes, and you got to do your due diligence, you got to go through the process. But Cardell Tate, Jordan Tyson feel like they would be fits for the New Orleans Saints if you do, in fact, add that playmaker for Tyler Shuck. Because we talked about it, like Mekhi Lemon at USC, I think is a stud. He's not the mold I don't think you're looking for as far as body type. He's going to be a player, I think, for a long time. He's more of a Zay Flowers type receiver, Zay Flowers certainly has his spot in the NFL, but I think you need somebody who's over 6'1", somebody that can high point the football, somebody that in the red area you can go to with confidence. Because, I mean, you've got – who do you have right now that you feel? Like
Vele.
you can't count on him being in the game. Jawan, you can't count on him holding the football. So you need somebody for your quarterback that in the red area, you're like, hey, it's a one-on-one matchup. I'm putting in a spot, and I know my guy's going to come down with the football. You don't have that right now.
No, you don't. And you saw that towards the end of the year, Tyler Shuck played like it didn't really matter who was in there because who knew the people that were actually in there getting passes thrown from him. So it was and he played well, and he made the best of it. And the coaches made the best. They formulated great game plans. They executed them. And so with these guys that found their way to a roster spot and a uniform towards the end of the year that were running routes for the Saints and making plays, imagine what we can do with a few more weapons. So I think receiver – certainly in the top 3 rounds has to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I agree. Build around Tyler Shuck. You got a guy. You've been wanting a guy. You said that was the domino that needed to fall the entire time. Well, it fell.
Yeah.
So let's knock some more over.
All right, we will take a break. We got another hour coming your way here very soon. Nick Underhill, New Orleans Football, joins us in
That's
about
confirmed?
50.
He's awake?
I think. Can he come here? Like, he's supposed to be in Mobile. Actually, I don't know if Nick's getting here till like right before practice. My man likes to sleep. I get it. Early bird gets
he's on the 28th floor.
That was New Orleans Football shoot up there.
New Orleans Football shoot.
All right, more OTB when we come back.
Off the bench. Off the bench.
Hey, Matthew, there is a new star
Hey, bud.
of downtown Baton Rouge. You
Who's
know who
that?
that is? That's Bally's of Baton Rouge Casino and Hotel. Why is it a brand new star? Because it's brand new. You might say it got renovated. I don't say renovated. Why? Because when everything gets upgraded, that's not a renovation. That is building something new. That is a new star of downtown Baton Rouge. Brand new hotel. Every room got Beyonce'd, okay? Every single room. The game floor, it got Beyonce'd. It got an upgrade, okay? It is new gaming, new slot machines, new restaurants, new DraftKings Sportsbook, new bars all over it, including one that sits right in front of the DraftKings Sportsbook. I promise you, you're going to be blown away. Go check out Bally's of Baton Rouge Casino and Hotel.
Yeah, we say all these good things about it. It's not an overstatement either. It is like absolutely legit. Vegas style gaming casino. Like, it is beautiful and an incredible newly built hotel. Views of the river, views of downtown, views of Tiger Stadium. So if you're thinking about coming to some games, some baseball series, maybe you're planning your football trips next week, make sure you're staying there, right there, Bally's of Baton Rouge.
Welcome back to Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn. Live from the 2026 Panini Senior Bowl in Mobile. Presented by First American Bank and Trust.
If you come around here, I'll make 'em all day. I get one down in a second if you wait. I fly like paper, get like planes. If you catch me at the
All right,
border,
welcome back
the V's
in.
the name. If you come around
OTB.
here, I'll make 'em
Panini
all
Senior
day.
Bowl,
I get
Mobile.
one down in a second.
First American Bank and Trust, helping us get here all week long. FABT.com, FABT.com. Certainly want to remind you about our friends over at Rouse's. Lucky enough to have Rouse's here in Mobile for our Sirius XM house. That's where we stopped by, got some snacks, picked up, you got king cake, so you get a
couple
chance to
snacks.
show some people from the Northeast what a king cake, is, and tell them the story there. Thanks to our friends over at Rouse's.
They're like, do they all taste like Dr. Pepper? No.
Oh, yeah.
They got all the flavors.
That's very true.
Yep.
If your first experience is a Dr. Pepper king cake, that is probably quite the
Yep.
experience.
Quite the experience for sure.
You go to rouses.com, find that location that is near you. Check out the weekly ads right there on the website as well. Certainly, we always say you can go in, you can get your full meal. It's already prepared for you. You can get the sides as well. It's an incredible process over there at Rouses and Rouses.com. A lot of chatter in the chat, a lot of going back and forth about maybe what the Saints need in this upcoming draft. I will say, a running back at 8 for the Saints, and I am in the camp of fighting for the running backs. And I do think Jeremiah Love is a really good player. To be selected at 8, you got to be like a Christian McCaffrey player. You got to be somebody that I know he's had his injuries, but come on, C-Mac, when he's been healthy, he's been as good as anybody. Like, you got to be a complete game changer. And the Saints right now, it's a need. It definitely is a need, but I don't think it's their most pressing need. And so I don't know that Jeremiah Love at 8 makes a lot of sense for the New Orleans Saints.
All right, Jacob Hester's watching the draft. Roger Goodell comes out and says, with the 8th pick, New Orleans Saints select Jeremiah Love. Jacob Hester does what?
I don't think it's a doomsday situation. Like
Punch a pillow?
I'm not like punching the air and like taking immediate to Twitter. That's not what I'm doing. But I'm saying, who's available? Was there an edge rusher available? Was Reuben Bain available?
Okay. So you're keeping your composure.
Yeah, was Cardinal Tate available? Because I don't think it's the worst pick that you could ever, make in the history of the draft by any means. But it's certainly not where I would go. I would not go there. I don't like Christian McCaffrey or guys, and there's like not many of those guys walking the earth. Like he's like a mythical creature, right? And so if I don't have that guy that's sitting right in front of me, which again I think Jeremiah Love's good, he's not that. Then I would not like the pick, no. But, I mean, it wouldn't be the worst, but I certainly wouldn't like it.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, you could do a lot worse, certainly.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's not the pick they need to make.
No.
Would you rather see a random defensive lineman taken than Jeremiah Love?
If it's one of the edge rushers I believe in, yeah.
Okay. Linebacker.
No, I think you're okay at linebacker.
Okay.
Linebacker at 8?
Ooh, better be good.
You better be a dog.
I mean, any position. Top 10, you got to be a dog at
for sure,
all
but there's some positions, quarterback, tackle,
Yep.
edge. Yes.
Yeah, somebody made the comment in the chat. Christian McCaffrey.
Look at the clock.
No.
Have clock
My
integrity.
bad.
We'll be back.
Yep.
New Orleans Stuff Football. Our guy, Nick Underhill, when we come back.
Off the bench.
With so many options, why choose Arizona State University?
For me, the only online option was ASU because of the quality. Their faculty was really involved with their students and care about your personal journey. The dedication to my personal development from my professors, that's been extremely valuable to me.
Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Explore more than 350 plus undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.